it's hard, and that's actually okay. And I know this might sound strange, because when things feel hard, we usually assume we are doing something wrong, that we made a mistake, that maybe this isn't for us after all. And very often, that's exactly the moment when we gave up. But the truth is, when we start something new, when we take a step into something we've never done before, when we change something, or we simply begin living more honestly with ourselves, it's almost impossible for it not to feel hard. There is always some discomfort that shows up, and some doubt. And often questions like, why did I even do this to myself? Or what was I thinking? And we know this is going to happen. And yet, every single time, it still surprises us. And then we tell ourselves, or at least we think it quietly, maybe this wasn't a good decision after all. Or maybe I shouldn't do it. And what's interesting is that we don't think this way in some other areas of our life. For example, take the gym. If you go to the gym and your muscles hurt, that's actually a good thing, because it means that they're getting stronger. And if the workout was hard, it actually means you are progressing. And we are even kind of liking this kind of pain. In a strange way, we are proud of it. We feel good about ourselves because we know what it actually means. But when life feels hard, in our work or in relationships or in changing where we live, for example, or how we live, we don't see it as a sign of growth. We see it as a sign that something is wrong. And then we start telling ourselves things like, I can't do this. This is too much. I can't. Maybe that's because no one ever taught us that discomfort is often a sign that a transformation is happening. And that difficulty doesn't automatically mean we should stop or give up. Because transformation doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen because we watched one video or we read one book or finished one course and suddenly everything is different. That's not how it works. Transformation, it's a process, and it's about letting what we've learned slowly enter in our everyday life, into the small decisions we make during the day, into how we react, how we treat ourselves, how we stay present even when it's uncomfortable for us. And only then, over time, do we begin to see the real change. And while we are trying to stay wrapped in what's familiar and safe for us, life keeps bringing us a new situations, new people, new challenges, always inviting us to become more than who we are. And here we have a choice. We can resist, and then life will keep bringing the same lessons back again and again, just in a different form. Or we can accept that change is inevitable, and we can consciously choose the area where we want to grow. We can choose the lessons we want to learn. And today, I choose this second option, even though it wasn't always like that. Because over a time, I learned that everything I was avoiding to learn, life eventually brought back to me, just in a much less gentle way. And that's why today I see my work more clearly. And yes, I use intuition, and yes, I do work with energy. And I deeply believe that each of us has a purpose, and that living in alignment with it is the only way to live a truly fulfilled and happy life. But underneath all of that, what is always happening, it's a transformation. Transformation, it's like this common thread. And that's the work that I do with myself, and that's the work I do with the women I work with. Not through some big and dramatic leaps, but step by step, consistently, with the discipline, presently. Because we are not just working on our goals and on our plans or our visions. We are working on who we are becoming while we move through this process. Maybe this is the most important thing I want to say today. It's hard not because you can't do this, but because you've been the one who can do it for far too long. You can do it on your own, and you probably have been doing it on your own for a long time. Your capability, it's absolutely not the question. But the question is, does everything really have to be that hard? If this sentence lands to you, maybe that's enough for today. Maybe you don't need to do anything with it right now. Just notice. Because the fact that things feel right, feel hard right now, doesn't mean that you are on the wrong path. Very often, it actually means that you are exactly where you need to be. So until next episode, I wish you gentleness with yourself and trust in a process. Bye for now.